The Vimana is an ancient Hindu flying machine, like a floating fortress, comparable to a modern jet fighter, with a complement of missiles, and a heat ray which will dissolve anything it touches. Once known only by its description in the sacred Sanskrit text of the Vedas, a well-preserved Vimana was recently unearthed in Afghanistan, and its power core was found to be active, even after being buried for thousands of years. Several leaders of the Western world visited in December of 2010 the same isolated Afghan village, including German Chancellor Angela Merkel, French President Nicolas Sarkozy, British Prime Minister David Cameron, and US President Barack Obama. The real reason for the synchronized visits of several heads of state would never have been revealed, but for one rare leak from a Russian internal government report, which exposed the archaeological discovery made accidentally by the US military. The caves that riddle Afghanistan range from small, man-made dugouts to vast natural underground labyrinths. Following any major offensive by US troops on the ground, the job is not done until the caves are cleared out. After the battle, it is uncommon to find live enemy combatants remaining behind in the area, including stragglers in caves. However, the cavern networks must still be cleared of abandoned military equipment. In one such cavern in a remote arm of the Islamic Republic, U.S. Army troops that were sent in to mop up an enemy bunker discovered no ordnance. Instead, they found a collection of ancient tablets inscribed with Hindu script, including one which they called the treasure map. This map led them further down a large branch of the cave, where they found an enormous vehicle, half buried in the wall. The tablets were submitted for translation to Sanskrit expert Dr. Ruth Raina at the University of Chandigarh in the Punjab of India. One tablet made reference to the vehicle. The Vimana was 5,000 years old. The flying machine had been the property of the great prophet Zoraster, also known as Zarathustra. Because his teachings covered heaven and hell, free will, and the concept of a Messiah, the beliefs of Zoroaster are now considered the foundation of three later religions: Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. After the discovery of the Vimana, the American troops were commanded to free the craft by digging into the wall surrounding it. They met immediately with two defense mechanisms incorporated into the ship. The surface of the metal hull was exceptionally cool to the touch. Soldiers were ordered to wear double-layer cold weather gloves after several men contracted frostbite from brushing against the hull. The wall consisted of only sedimentary rock, sandstone, and should have been easy to excavate, but neither shovel nor pick could make a dent in the sediment. The Vimana was generating an invisible force field, protecting itself against extraction. This meant that even after 5 millennia, the machine was still under power. Its force field was the phenomena once described by Albert Einstein as a time well, which, in addition to protecting the vehicle from tampering, also held it in stasis and prevented it from aging. The US government coveted the secret of the Vimana's perpetual power source. A warning contained in the ancient tablets was ignored, a warning against meddling with its resting place. For this mistake, 8 soldiers would suffer the ultimate consequence. The plan was to attack the integrity of the exposed hull with a special drill. This attempt by the 2nd Squad of Bravo Company activated the 3rd defense mechanism of the vessel. In a matter of seconds, one by one, members of the squad began to wink out of existence. A total of 8 servicemen went missing in action. Only the Allied work-light operator, who abandoned his equipment, would live to tell the tale.